He says that another one of the great benefits of having faith in Hashem, bitachon, trust in Hashem, is that you will save yourself from many sins. For example, he says you'll save yourself from the sin of flattery. It is a sur from the Torah to flatter someone who's saying things against the Torah, putting down mitzvot, and putting down Judaism, putting down Hashem. And you flatter him. Why? Because you think you stand to gain by being his friend. The person says, tifrav, 100%. Why? Because you want him to give you money, or you want him to be your friend to gain some other you have some ulterior motive, and you're willing to forego the honor of the Torah just to gain something out of this person. Well, why? Why would you do that? Because you think that only this person can give you what you need. So therefore you have to flatter him, and you have to say yes to him, and you have to say, you go with his flow. But if a person really believes Hashem is the one who gives you, and you trust in Hashem, you're not willing to flatter him, you're not willing to put down the honor of the Torah, you're not willing to go with things that he's saying that could be chas v'shalom heresy. So therefore a person will save himself from the sin of flattery if he has trust in Hashem. He says you won't be afraid of anybody. A lot of times you'll be afraid to do the right thing because you're scared of somebody, what he could do to you. And if a person has real faith in Hashem, he'll realize, if I do mitzvah, someone who does a mitzvah, he won't get damaged. Someone who does a mitzvah, Hashem has his side. So therefore, why should I be afraid of this person if I have to do the right thing? Obviously, I don't want to make people suffer, and I don't want to fight with people, but I shouldn't be afraid to do something right just because that person is mean and bad and wants to stop me from doing something good. So therefore, a person has trust in Hashem, he won't be afraid of anybody, he'll be able to free to do the right thing. He says the most important one is you'll save yourself from the sin of jealousy. He says the sin of jealousy is very, very great. We know one of the 10 commandments is not to be coveting our friend's stuff, our friend's house, our friend's wife, and all these things. So the person knows that the Gemara, the Mishlei says, King Solomon says in the 14th chapter, Urkav atzamot kin'ah. You want to rot? You want to know what's the fastest way to rot your bones? It says in Mishlei, rotting of the bones comes from jealousy. A person who's jealous, he is rotting in his bones. He is killing himself. A person will be mopey, dopey. He will be so successful and still not feel successful. He'll have a lot but feels he has very little. Why? Because he's checking his Instagram and he's checking his Facebook. Oh, but they went. I didn't go yet. Oh, but they bought. I didn't buy yet. Oh, I have one. They have two. They have three. They have six. It's not enough. We have to do. You see what they have? You see, we have to go. We have to do. It's not enough. Come on, we're sleeping. And a person like this, if he uses it not as motivation, there's positive motivation and then there's negative motivation where he says, what I do is not good enough. I'm not there yet. I'm not like this family. I'm not like this level. I can't. What are people going to say about me? All because, not because he cares. If nobody told him anything, they wouldn't care. He'd be happy with the way he is. Only because he's jealous. And he thinks that when I'm like them, I'll be happy. When I'm like them, I'll be successful. When I'm like them, I'll be the check mark. I'll be approved. I'm a good Bukharian Jew because I live to these standards. No, who said? Everybody has to do what's good for them. And therefore, when is a person to be able to overcome this hump, overcome this possible obstacle of depression and anxiety? When he has faith in Hashem. Because of what? A person who has faith in Hashem will realize, I get what I deserve, they get what they deserve, that's good for them, this is good for me, this is what Hashem wants from me. If Hashem wants you to serve Hashem as a multi-millionaire, He will make you that, and you will serve Hashem like that. If Hashem doesn't make you that yet, that means this isn't how Hashem wants you to serve Him. Because if you're not yourself, and they're not themselves, everybody's trying to copy each other, what's the point of making all of us different? Why did Hashem make also all different? Why did Hashem put us here? Why is my mission different than your mission if we all have to be the same thing? This one lifestyle we all think we have to have. No, everybody's different. And Rabbi Nachman of Breslov says that the day you were born is the day Hashem decided that the world cannot exist without you. That you have now a mission and you bring a reality to this world that only you could, with your mentality and your attributes and the way you live your life, with the money you make and the place you live in and the community you live in. Sometimes I ask, why am I in this community? Why did Hashem make me a Bukharian Jew? Why did Hashem make me this type of person? Why? Person has to know on purpose Hashem gave it to you, because only you could fulfill your mission with these terms and these situations. So therefore a person should never be looking anywhere else and thinking, if only I was, last name was this, if only I was like them, if only I had a support system like they did, if only I was that guy. Person has to know that is all falsehood, because Hashem knows what He's doing. We have to have trust in Him, and we know Hashem doesn't make mistakes. Some people said, oh, you were very short. You know why? Because you were the last in line in Shamayim when they were giving out height. Oh, you're not so smart because they didn't give out, there was no more intelligence, or they ran out of intelligence when you were in Shamayim, before they put you in this world. This is sheker v'chazav, this is nonsense. The person says, no, Hashem knows exactly what He's doing. If He gave you, then this is what you want. This is what He wants from you, and this is what's good for you. Baruch Amen.